Hello, my name is René Larsen. I'm professor at Via Design, which is one of the largest fashion and furniture schools in the northern part of Europe. I'm team manager for our branding and marketing management educations, which is one of the 4 educations which we run until a BA level. The 3 others is fashion design, pattern design and entrepreneurship. I made this short video to try and present how we approach branding and marketing at Via Design. And one of the most crucial things is to understand that the way we perceive consumers is seen from a postmodern perspective and not from, in our opinion, a fairly old-fashioned modern perspective. And an easy way to explain the difference between modern and postmodern is if we dig into the architectural world, where we can see that the modern understanding is very structured, very logical, very stringent. Whereas in the postmodern understanding, we are working with more organic forms, organic understandings. It's very diffuse and it's quite hard to predict. So that's basically the difference between being a modern or being a postmodern consumer. So the problem is that when consumers, they are postmodern, they are extremely hard to work with. A quite specific way of working with it could be using the 7 approaches to branding methodology, which is made by Taylor Heating and a few other co-authors. And basically we could say it in the way that the modern approaches is on the left of the model and the postmodern is on the right of the model, leading to, if we're talking about philosophy of science, a positivistic approach and a more constructivistic approach in the more contemporary approaches. If we dig into the different ways of working with these 2 posts, it could be, if we're having the modern approach, we would work with an economic mind, saying that people, when they decide what to buy, they're very much focused upon the price, for instance, the logics. It's very much about quantifying things. We talk about firm target groups, and we use methodologies or methods such as, for instance, the marketing mix. So if you just think Philip Kotler, if you know the book. Nowadays, in our approach, we are working more with a cultural approach. So we try to understand what is pop culture. We try to investigate through anthropology instead of more quantitative approaches. We understand consumers as being located in tribes or cultural consumption communities instead of target groups. So we need to know something about culture. We need to know something about orthodoxies, which arises within cultures. So we are very much inspired by authors such as Douglas B. Holt and Henry Jenkins. So put in simple terms, we need to understand that consumers, they have changed since the Mad Men era. Thank you very much for your patience.